Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. This is a micro session because it's only 5 minutes of Reiki, and then we'll follow that with 5 minutes of questions. But with the Reiki, a normal session, at least a normal session with me, is an hour. So this is a micro session. It's just super tiny. It's just enough to give you a little bit of a taste of what Reiki might be able to do for you. If you experience the micro session and you think, I could use a lot more of that, then if you want to order a personal Reiki session with me, I do offer those, and you can find out how to get a hold of one of those on my website listed in the description box below. But for right now, we are going to focus on with the Reiki. I'm going to set the intention for whatever is for your highest and best good for each of you as individuals. What you need to know about the Reiki is that Reiki is energy, which means it's not limited by time or by space. That's why I can sit right here in northern Missouri and send Reiki to you guys all over the world, and you guys can be able to have the benefits of it just as if you're right in my home office. Now, the other thing is that if you're watching this and the live broadcast is actually already over, you can still benefit from this because Reiki is energy and it is not limited by time or space. So either way, you can get great benefit from this. Also, if you need more than 5 minutes and you can't afford a private session, then just replay some of my Reiki videos over and over so that you can keep getting more Reiki out of those. What else do we need to know here? I think that's it. After that, we will head into questions. All right, let's start the Reiki. All right, so we're starting Reiki at 51 after the hour. That means we will be finishing it up at 56 after the hour. Universal love, good morning, good morning, good morning. Reina Sara, hello, hello. A new beautiful home and infinite peace. I like it. Those are really great intentions. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, hello. Glad to see you here. What are you using your Reiki for today? What about you, Rena? What are you using your Reiki for? Peace. Peace is such a good thing. And it's so tricky too, because for us to have peace in the world, we have to have peace with our own inner selves first. Otherwise, it doesn't work when we interact with others. Gonna put time limits on how fast the universe unblocks your system, are you, universe love? I want to know how that works out. If you're open and receptive to it, it could work really well. Very cool, Rena. Those are nice. You need heart chakra help. I'm definitely feeling some heart chakra. I'm assuming some of it's going to you. You're working on your patience. That's ESC. Hello, hello. Welcome. Glad you're here today, my dear. We're still doing Reiki for about, 2 more minutes, I think. Shakoya, welcome. Glad you're here. You're using yours for highest and best. That's yes. What are you going to use your Reiki for? It is live. Of course, I see you. For positivity. I don't know if there's a much nobler thing to use it for. Heart chakra and the new place and self-love. That heart chakra encompasses self-love too. other loves as well, brings us really into balance. You know, the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. A lot of people misinterpret that. They think that means that they should put the neighbor before themselves. And you see a lot of imbalance. And of course, a lot of people misinterpret that and they put themselves before their neighbor. And you see a lot of imbalance that way too. But for those of us who are hanging out in this chat room, we have to be more careful not to put other people in front of ourselves, to love our neighbor as ourselves, not as much more than ourselves. Oh, you were telling me how to pronounce the name. Vicious. Okay, cool. Thank you. Future Nurse Bunny, hello. Glad you're here, my dear. The patience is the word for dealing with everything going on in the world right now. Michael Brotzman, you made it in a little earlier today. We've got 1 minute of Reiki left and then questions after. Positive vibes for you. Yay. The third and first chakras, so the heart chakra and the base chakra. Romy, hello. Glad to see you here, my dear. I bet you're out of questions today since we found somebody who you can trust for your Botox. Now what do you need to ask about? Nothing. There is always more love. Yep. We live in an abundant world. A new, beautiful home, an infinite peace. Fantastic. All right, guys, let's wrap up the Reiki and I'll turn on my timer. Y'all start throwing the questions at me. Let's see what y'all have to ask about today. I know we're looking at something different for Romy today. We're still looking at that. I thought we were done with that when we found the winner yesterday. Okay, then we can do that. How do they say that in the old days? Don't make me know, never mind. All righty. Does James Christensen, I don't like asking the question that way. Is James Christensen authentic and genuine and 100% with the Botox that he uses in his practice? What is this? He has some strange cards coming up, Romy. I'm sorry it's taking me a minute to answer this. If I was going to answer this fast, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you about him, and I think you can probably ask him and he'll tell you the same thing. I don't think he does the Botox 100% undiluted, but I think he has some kind of formula that he likes to use instead, and I think he specifically designed it, and I think he may even feel like it's better than 100% Botox. I think you should ask him about it. Let's see, who's next? Oh, I have to slide up. You guys got ahead of me. Rena has a question regarding Joel. Okay, you're welcome for the Reiki. What's your question regarding Joel? Joel's feelings for Rena. Okay, here we go. Reiki is. Let me answer this question and then I'm going to answer yours because you actually asked it before and I just didn't see it. What are Joel's feelings for Rena? Rena Sada? Okay, he said he's an ex, definitely. And is somebody who is, well, he's from your past. I shouldn't say he's necessarily an ex, but he's somebody that doesn't feel like he has a lot of good memories. He's not hoping that you guys get back together. Let's put it that way. He doesn't want to talk to you. We've got the 8 of Wands in reverse, and he feels really disappointed by the whole situation and how it went down. So also remember, feelings are very transient as well. So Theseus, great question. What is Reiki? Reiki is a Japanese word that means universal life force energy. And universal life force energy is what gets channeled to you during a Reiki session. People normally think of Reiki sessions where you go into your Reiki practitioner or your Reiki master's office and they put you up on a massage table and then channel that energy to you while their hands are just like inches from your body or maybe even resting on your body. For me, most of my Reiki clients don't come from anywhere local. They come from YouTube. So they come from all over the world. So what I specialize in is distance Reiki, where I channel the energy from where I am right now to wherever you are. And like I say at the beginning of these Reiki sessions, it's not limited. Reiki is not limited by time or by space. And since it's energy and it's not limited, you can still get just as much benefit from me doing this where I am and you receiving it where you are. Now, what's Reiki used for? If you ask most people, they're going to tell you something that is really vague. And it's not wrong, it's true, but the vague answer, the basic answer is Reiki is used to align your chakras to make you feel better. And a lot of times it relaxes you. Okay. Now that's a really vague answer. Now, if you're going to ask me, I'm going to tell you something that's a lot more specific because I've seen some of the effects of Reiki on my clients before. So I'm going to tell you some of the stuff that I've seen. All right. Reiki is really great for, number one, anxiety. Reiki is also really great for medical issues. Reiki, especially where the doctors are scratching their heads and they don't know what to do about the medical issues, then the Reiki is fantastic. Reiki is also good for emotional issues. If you're feeling overwhelmed or if you're feeling depressed or whatever. Reiki is also really good for relationship issues. And Reiki is also really good for financial issues. I've seen great results in all of those areas. And so I'm like a Reiki freak. I think we need Reiki for everything. Pretty much anybody who comes to me, I'm like, oh, you need Reiki. And it's not untrue. It would help. So now you know a little bit about Reiki. Okay, I want to do one more question because I spent a lot of time on that question. That was only 3 questions. Future Nurse Bunny, am I on the right path for my nursing career? I don't know. Maybe we should ask, is your nursing career the right path? But we're going to ask the question that you put on here, and then I'm going to catch up with the conversation that I know has gotten way away from me by now. Is Future Nurse Bunny on the right path for her nursing career? I would say no. No, 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 no. And I would say if you want some best advice on that, then you may want to get a private reading on what would be the best advice on that. It actually, the way this comes up, it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if nursing is really the thing for you. Just the fact that I had that thought as soon as I read that question. Normally, that's not something that I have to say to somebody when they ask about the path. That was kind of a surprise. So sorry. Don't like to have to say something like that to somebody, especially when you put that much energy and effort into going towards a career. Oh, you just went to this guy. Gotcha. I wonder if did you ask him anything about that stuff? Bonnie, you haven't been in the room a while, have you? We don't do the cards anymore. I actually have people ask questions because I want to be more helpful. I think the cards were nice for entertainment, but I want to be genuinely helpful. So, you know. La da da da. Michael's just listening. La, da, da. You're funny, Rena. No direct link to James. Theseus. Oh, that would be great for a reading. If you want to do, those of you who did not get your question answered, if you want to do a one question reading, you can see how to do that in the website linked below. I have one question and two question, both pre-recorded readings, or we can do a live reading where we can look at things more in depth for you. That's always available too. Oh, is your roommate still talking about moving in with his girlfriend, Bonnie? You're quite welcome, Michael. Thank you for the thank you. Oh, so you know exactly what I'm seeing then, Romy. Okay. What was this question? Future nurse asked before arena. So here's the thing, Theseus. You guys have things show up in chat at different places than I do. That's something that I learned the hard way when I first started doing these live chats and people started asking questions. Different people's questions would show up in different locations. And so I had some of my people would be texting me later, how come you didn't answer my question? Well, because it didn't show up in time. Well, on their screen it did, but not on mine. So if I skip your question and if I go like 5 questions past your question, then you know I've probably missed it. Like it was probably my fault. And you may want to throw that in there again. But if it's just something that I'm doing in a different order, then it's probably just because it's showing up in a different order on my place. And it probably has to do with the speed of all of our internets and when we're hitting our send buttons. That's the best theory I have. Namaste, Roderick. Glad to see you here, honey bunny. I'm just catching up on conversation now and then I'm out the door, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that resonates for you, Ms. Rena. Yeah, a lot of blockages cleared. Reiki would be the answer, Miss Bonnie. Well, it would be one answer. You need an 8-question reading. Well, then you probably want a live reading. For you, I would say a live reading. And if you have 8 questions, then I would say you're probably looking at a 45-minute reading because I do generally give you pretty thorough answers to the questions that you have. And also, once you start to get the answers, generally what happens is you're like, oh, I didn't think of that detail. Let's check that out too. So the questions tend to multiply. Have a good night, Ms. Rena. Peace out, honey bunny. How do I do a private reading or how do you book a private reading? What are you actually asking me here, future nurse? You're going to autoplay the Reiki. Very cool, Rita. Oh, you're cool, Theseus. I just wanted to explain so that you would know what's going on. Peace out, sweetie. So, future nurse bunny, are you still here? Are you wanting to know how to schedule a reading or how a reading runs with me? Live like you're alive. That really makes sense for some of the cards that I would. Well, it makes sense for the question. The thing that popped into my mind right when I read your question, and the cards I have say that it would be a good idea for you to be going a different direction, but for best advice would be a whole nother question. That's why I would want to look at the best advice there. So if you want to schedule a reading with me, my website is down below. That has all my contact information. You don't really have to read through everything. The easiest thing to do is call me or text me. And then I can just tell you real quick how it all works. And we can get it on and we can get it taken care of. But my phone number's there, my email's there, my Skype ID's there. If you're not in the US, just call me on Skype. Okay? All right. So let me wrap this up. Thank you guys for spending so much of your wonderful, precious time with me today. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs ups on these videos, and thank you for sharing them with call me or text me. We'll do it. Um, Thank you for all the thumbs ups on this video. And of course, thank you to those of you who are ordering private readings or private Reiki sessions from me. It is because of all you guys' support at every single level there, from you that just watch every time to the you that ordering the private and everything in between. All of that is what makes me able to do what I love to do for my living. So thank you so much. Everybody have a beautiful, wonderful, thrilling, peaceful day. And if I don't see you here for a private, then I'll see y'all back on the next time. Peace out.